trying this again because it's not a call with Val Bozzo unless if there's technical difficulties at first. But it looks like I'm connected now. So if you are joining me live, welcome. If you're watching the playback, I'm excited for you guys to get your action hour on with me today. And I cannot see anyone. I cannot see if there's anybody on live right now. I don't know why my computer does this. Maybe it's just something that I haven't learned yet. But if you are here, tell me where you're from. Give me a thumbs up. Let's see if it pops up in the corner of my screen. I will have my phone. I see some comments. Awesome. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Welcome. But I will be looking at my phone because obviously it's an action hour. So I'm going to be working right along with you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and get started. First things first, if you are a new coach, I see Tracy who just said she's a new coach on here. So I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot of you guys. I use the Success Club system daily business activity tracker. Okay, this is gold. This will build your business if you do it every day with intention. So where can you find it? You can find it in your back office. Okay, it's right under your business tools tab. I printed off 52 at the beginning of the year. So some people I know put them in a really cute spiral binders. I keep mine in my 3-ring binder. That's why I have the hole punches. So that way when the week's up, I can evaluate and I can move on and I have it all here. Okay, so that's what I use. So go ahead and grab that out if you haven't printed it out or aren't using it yet. Grab a notebook. So first thing, those of you who don't know me, my name is Val Bozzo. I am a 10-star diamond, 5-time elite coach. I have been in this business for 6.5 years. This is the longest job I've ever had in my life. Okay, I'm a mom of 3 girls. Their ages are 12, 9, and 1. A military wife. My husband actually was blessed enough to be able to retire from the Navy, his full-time Navy job, deployments, and all the things 3 years ago because of this blessing of a business right here. Now, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success, income, all the things. It all depends on your own skill level and willingness to do the work. I'm always going to put that there because if anyone were any less qualified or should have been less qualified, you couldn't get any less qualified than me. I didn't even know how to copy and paste anything. I didn't have a computer. Whenever I started this job, I literally had a BlackBerry and had to lose 20 pounds. I came into this business because I needed money. I needed a job. I was actually sitting at my husband's computer at the time before I signed up as a coach. And I was looking for teaching jobs because I was getting my teaching certification here in Mississippi where we had just moved to and all those things. And my coach, who is not a coach anymore, but my upline originally, she sent me this message, a follow-up, which you're going to learn today how to do a follow-up. And I'm telling you this story for a reason, okay? She sent me a message asking me if I'd ever thought about being a Beachbody coach. She thought that I would be great because she knew I had done Beachbody programs in the past because I loved them and I talked about them all the time years prior before ever becoming a coach. So she invited me. I thought it was like a scam. I thought, of course, the skeptic mindset, didn't think I could do it, didn't think it was real, all those things. My coach followed up with me over 30 times over a 6 to 7 week period. 30 times. Okay, so if you're someone who blows off the follow-up, you need to rethink, okay, because it is the most important part besides the actual first invite of your business. So telling you all these things because this is what matters so much in your business is doing the tracker, being intentional, knowing what you're working towards and why you're working towards it. That's why it's at the top of your sheet, your why and your target market. Okay, my why this year is to pay off my mortgage. That's what I write at the top of this every single day. And then I always have freedom, making my dreams reality, and financially secure in my future for my kids and my children's children. Okay, I look at that every day because that motivates me at this season of life. But throughout these last 6 years, I started really small. My first goal whenever I started was to earn $200 a month to help pay for groceries and to start to help pay off the bills because my husband and I were really in a lot of debt, like $140,000 worth of in debt whenever I started. So I saw this blessing that it could be. I made it work. There was no plan B for me. There was no other option. This tracking system, this business activity, this 1 to 2 hours a day is what I've used all these years to build my business. Okay, so if you're someone who overthinks, if you are someone who feels like maybe you're in a season where you're stuck, if you are someone who's brand new and you're like, how is this going to work? It does. You have to be intentional. You have to know why you want it or need it to work and not give yourself any other option to not make it work. Okay, so I always use this as like, okay, what if you're going to go get a teaching job or a nursing job or, you know, any kind of job that's like that you thought is something that you really wanted to do. I'm promising you that first day, that first week, that first month, maybe even your first year, it's hard. You're going to want to quit. You're going to be crying some days. You're going to be like, why in the world? I thought this was my dream job, but you know, something goes awry with it. You don't quit. You just learn. You get over the learning curves. You make it work. You figure it out. You Google stuff. Okay, I built my business by the Google search bar and figuring it out. So with that, I'm obsessed with this business. I am obsessed with giving you the tools that you need to use to build your business, because seeing other people succeed is like my heart. It's amazing because you can make it work. So first things first on the tracker, okay? You're going to see me just kind of reading off of it because I'm going to be doing the work right along here with you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and write them in the comments and I will check it periodically, but I'm not going to like focus on it because I'm a squirrel and I will get just so caught up in it and get like flustered. So first things first on the list, be proof of the product. Simple. You better be attached to a program, and I'm hoping you're attached to MM100 because it's thebomb.com. Jericho by far is amazing, and this program is incredible. So that's what I'm doing. So of course I've already got to check the box off on Tuesday that I have done my workout, because lit cardio is lit cardio, okay, you guys? And then my Shakeology, I actually had that for breakfast, so I've already checked it off, all right? And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm actually gonna fast forward here for just a hot second because I like to check off the box. Right down here in the second part where it says update your IG story throughout the day. One is product use without brand names shown. What do you think one of my IG stories is? Every single day, it's a picture of my shake and talking about it in different ways. I'm not saying, here's my Shakeology. I don't do that, okay? This morning, it was actually a picture of my little girl and my husband sitting on the floor, a quick little boomerang of them drinking their shake and me saying, haha, she doesn't know that she's eating all of her vegetables in that chocolate shake. It's little ways to get people intrigued and interested in, hey, what's that you're drinking? You know, me, I like some whipped cream on mine every single day. So it entices people who are sweet tooth like me to ask questions about it. So part of the IG stories feature is that's pretty cool. All right, so go do that with your shake on your IG stories. We will dive into it after we talk about the initiate connections and add followers. But these are little things throughout your day with IG stories and Facebook stories. It's so crucial and so important for your business to be adding there, okay? So we are now going to move on to the initiate connection and add followers. And I'm quickly going to explain to you guys what that means to me. And it looks a little bit differently to everyone. Again, don't overcomplicate and don't overthink it, okay? But you have to, first of all, know your people and understand that if you try to talk to everybody, you're going to talk to nobody. Okay, so when I am initiating connections to me and adding followers, to me, I'm gonna focus on Instagram mostly today. Okay, but I do still use Facebook. So you do this parallel, it works both ways. Instagram, for me, when I add followers, I do it one of two ways typically. First, sometimes I'll pick somebody that maybe I went to high school with, you know, all those years ago, or a friend who I know has nothing to do with Beachbody, okay? Make sure you're listening to that part. Do not go to other Beachbody coaches' pages to find someone who's following them and then go follow them. Okay, integrity, people, right? That's what we want. So when I'm looking at people, I don't want an attachment of any sort to Beachbody. So I'll go to a friend or, like I said, somebody from high school, somebody who I really don't know very much, but I know that they are in the same season of life as me. Maybe they have kids, whatever, military wife. And I'll look to see their followers and who they follow and all that. So that's where I go to, and I'll look through their following list and I'll be like, this girl looks like she has 3 kids and her life is wild too. You better believe I'm going to go like on a few of her, pictures. I'm going to click follow. I just do that with people who look like they're in my type of lifestyle, right? You're not going to find me going to like college dudes pages and clicking add friend to them. That makes no sense, right? Like anybody like in a way different lifestyle than me, I'm not going to go and like follow people who like are in nursing homes, right? Like that's not my style. So remember that. I have too many people who think that they need to like get on the train with everybody and you don't. It's just that realm of where you're at and which season of life you're in. So that's how I find followers on Instagram. Or I'll even go to just like the little, the search. You can search a hashtag. You can search the people who, like Instagram will just like put people in your feed who are kind of, again, like your target market. You can go and follow them and interact, all of those things. Now on Facebook, I do that a lot of times with like, again, someone whose page I know, but I know that they're not involved with Beachbody. I'll go there and I'll do the same with like the add friends on Facebook, or I'll go into one of the bazillion groups that someone's added me to. There's makeup groups, there's, lip syncs, there's all the things, all the groups that people just add you, mommy groups, whatever. And that's it. And you know what I do? I just make sure that they look like my type of people. And then that's how I add friends. So don't be nervous or don't be afraid to add friends. I'm going to put this little blurb before I set the timer for us to do this. Ladies, gents, listen up, okay? It is a-okay to get a friend request from somebody who, to send a friend request to somebody who you don't know. The worst case scenario that will happen is they're going to ask, hey, do I know you? Or they're not going to accept a friend request. That's it. You will survive. You'll be okay. And if they ask you, hey, do I know you? You can say, girl, no, we don't, but I saw that we are mutual friends with so-and-so, and it looks like we're in the same season of crazy busy mom life, and I'm always looking for new people to connect with. That's the truth. That's why I'm inviting them, right? So something so simple. Don't shy away from people. Talk to them. This is what being social on social media is all about. So, and then in the initiate connections, same thing. I'm going to go to these people's pages and I'm going to look and I'm going to comment. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. Where did you get it? It's so cute. Your little girl swimsuit is adorable. Where did you get it? Like, cute wedding photos. Love this, love that. Because that's what I would say to somebody in real life. You have to sound like you in real life or else they're going to know you're not genuine in your approach, right? So be genuine. So I'm going to actually cut these in half a little bit so we don't go over our time. So for 10 minutes, I'm going to set my timer over here. 10 minutes, we are all going to go and initiate connections and add followers, okay? Set a goal that you would like to achieve. I always set my goal. I like to add, I do it for the full 20 minutes. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to see if I can get 30 new people in these next 10 minutes or whatever. I'm building a business and I want to get as many eyes on me as possible, and you want to do the same thing. So timer is being set for 10 minutes and go. You guys doing good? Getting through some people? If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll read through them. If you guys are just popping on, I see a lot of new people popping on. We are doing initiate connections and add followers on the Success Club system tracker right now. We have about 5 minutes left until we move on to the next step. Another way, guys, that you can initiate connections and really try to find people and attract people as well who are like you is, go to pages. I am an Amazon Prime junkie. I am a fitness workout gear junkie, like leggings and cute sports bras all day long. Find smaller businesses on Instagram who boutiques, stuff like that, who you're like, I love all of their clothing or whatever they offer. And then you can go down through the comments. You click on their post and you can be like, oh my gosh, like obviously if you love something, your people will love that too. Okay. So keeping that in mind, don't overcomplicate. Keep it so simple when you're looking for people and in a smaller network. Okay. All right, we have 1 minute left, and then I'm going to move on to the next step. All right, finish up your last few as I explain what we're going to do next. So, do a social media post that showcase the benefits of your healthy lifestyle, has a call to action, just social media posts to, again, you're attracting your people, right? Oh, and in the comment section, I want to know how many people you have followed or sent a friend request to. I want to know how many you got in that 10 minutes that we just did that. But how many of you guys have done your social media post for the day today? Give me a raised hand in the comments, say me, give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, all the things, because you're not creating a presence on social media that is beyond Beachbody. You may be a team Beachbody as this job, whether it's, part-time hustle, whether it's full-time, whether it's you're in between, but you have to be you. You're your own brand. So you need social media posts that showcase you as a person, not you as, hey, look at me. Here's my shaker cup and my sweaty selfies. Okay, there's such a difference. You want to be the person who you would follow. And if you're not, if you're being that person who is only about join my team, do this, I worked out today, and that's it, the likelihood of people following you is very slim. Okay, you want to be relatable. You want people to know you as a person. You need to get out of that comfort zone, because I'm going to go as far as saying I remember so clearly what it was like as a brand new coach. I'm speaking to you new coaches, which means that I'm speaking to everyone, because we are all new coaches every single day. We might just be in a different season. We've been here, some have been here way longer. Some of us are starting today. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is real life for all of us. When I say, when you start as a new coach, this does seem foreign. This is so out of our comfort zone, which is such a good thing, okay? If you're not out of your comfort zone, you're not growing, you'll be stagnant. Things won't happen like you want them to happen. So getting out of your comfort zone takes a lot of work. And I can remember, I'm going to give you guys a little story about my very first transformation post that I did. I was about 3 weeks in as a coach, because I was also the coach who thought that I had to learn everything and read my whole back office before I could start. This business is a do and learn as you go kind of business. Listen to your coach, listen to the people on the Beachbody Champions page here. We know what we're talking about. You cannot learn it and then do it. You have to do it and learn as you go. But my very first post was this transformation post. And I mean, it was decent, but for me to even post anything on Facebook was foreign. So I did a post, and it was one of your traditional before picture, and then during, I was doing T25, was the big program launch when I first started. And I was sweaty palms. I, and did a call to action. I invited people. I was like, I'm looking for 5 people to join me in my next challenge group on this date to do this program with me. I'm feeling amazing, all the things. And I can remember literally almost having a panic attack whenever I hit submit to, or whatever, onto Facebook with that post. And I walked away because I was like, oh my gosh, I just did something that I would never do. I did something that I would make fun of people that I would see on Facebook doing. Who am I? Why am I doing this? And I started to literally let the negative committee in my head take over. And I walked away from it probably 30 minutes. I don't know. And I actually went back to delete that post. And I was going to be done. I was not going to do this coaching thing. It was too hard because I had to post on social media if I wanted to grow. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I was so immersed in what other people thought of me and, their opinions of me, that I let it get to my head. And I went back to delete that post. But to my surprise, I had some likes. I had some people commenting saying, good job, good for you. I had a few people who were asking me for more information. And in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I can do this. Maybe people really will find me inspiring. Maybe if I stick to doing what I said that I was going to do, which meant I had to post on social media. And back in the day, y'all, I had to post 4 to 5 times a day on social media. That was how we got this business to work, right? But I kind of had an epiphany with that post in that moment. And I thought, I can do this. You know, in the words of Rachel Hollis, someone else's opinions is none of my business. And I had to overcome that fear of what other people thought, because that certainly was not going to pay my bills. That certainly was not going to get me to my goal of $200 a month, which I exceeded in my first like 3 weeks, because I didn't give up and I didn't quit. But it brought me to such a realization that anything is possible when you stop caring about what other people might say, what they do say, the family members who don't want you to do this journey, the people who think that it's silly. Who cares? Because you know that it's not silly. You know that it works. You have so much inspiration and teaching moments and tools and, you know, support within this community that can take you beyond your wildest dreams. So if you're looking at this, do a social media post and thinking, I can't do that. I don't know what to post. I don't know how. It's scary. Someone might say something about me. Someone might do this or that. Wipe that from your brain right now. You are not allowed to think about that. You are not allowed to have those thoughts. Your only thing that you are going to do today is post you, okay? It's post about something that you did today. Post about maybe a fear that you've had. Maybe I'm speaking straight to you and you go do a post about, you know what, I'm on this training call that just lit my fire because, you know, I want this to work more than anything, and I don't care what other people are going to say about me, or, you know, just something along those lines. This has to be you in the moment. But, you know, doing your transformation, perfect day for a transformation because it's Tuesday, okay? Go and start to share and invite people to do this with you, okay? And know what you're inviting to. Are you inviting to a challenge group? My challenge group, I already know that prep week starts on the 19th and the kickoff date starts on the 26th. And I hope that I said that right, because it's going to be the third and fourth Monday of August. I'm not looking at my calendar. But I know this, and I invite to my challenge group for 2 solid weeks, because I know that it's going to take a solid 2 weeks to get my 3 to 5 people to actually commit with me and sign up, okay, because I work and I do this every day, okay? And then I always know that I am onboarding new coaches. I invite to coaching every day. I came in this for the coaching opportunity. So my people are going to want to be coaches, even if they don't know that they want to be coaches yet. Feel me? Feel me? Okay. So if you have not done a social media post, that is your job today. You have to do one, at least one. I tell my coaches, if you're newer, I like to see 2 a day, because you want to be in the feeds of people when they're popping on their social media, checking it at work, scrolling when they're laying in bed, when they're getting ready in the mornings and scrolling. You want to be in their news feed as much as possible. Okay, so doing that social media post, I already did mine today, so I get to check that off the list. Next is your IG stories, which I kind of touched on already in the beginning of the call. Beautiful system. I mean, if only we had Instagram stories back in the day when I first started as a coach. Like, I feel like grandma over here, okay? But it's so true. You are brand new. You don't even know what a blessing this is, where you can get, it's behind the scenes. It's the things that we always had to come up with a post about, but right at your fingertips. And I do Instagram stories and I do Facebook stories. But for me, I use the same stories on both because it's just more eyes on my stuff. Okay, so daily life, better believe I'm posting about daily life. Workout clips, already done for the day. Product use, told you I did my shake. I'll do my energize. Oh my gosh, because I'm a junkie and I love it. Can't go a day without it. My recover, cannot live without it. It's just showcased, okay? I talk about it. And healthy meal or meal prep, again, these are just ideas for you guys. And then the promote group, you know, promoting your challenge group or your new coach training, whatever it is you have going on, post a call to action. So simple. Use a poll. Instagram makes it so easy for us, okay? And recognition and shout out. Recognize challengers. Recognize yourself if you're losing some weight or getting to, you know, a goal that you've set. People need to see this. Recognize your coaches on your team. Recognize when your upline does a shout out. You know what? This is my team. Okay, so you're part of something so much bigger. So remember that. So that's for IG, right? Next, we're going to respond to all new likes, comments, or views. Okay, so what does that mean? That means, well, you better be posted on social media because you need the social media posts to do the responding to all new likes, comments, and views, right? So the views are on your stories. The views are, or the likes and comments are on your posts. So simple. If someone is watching you, if someone is liking or commenting on your stuff, they're literally saying, hey, invite me. Hey, I'm watching you. So what are you doing? That is an open invitation for you to go and send them a, hey, I noticed that you're watching my stories. Would you like some info on my upcoming challenge group? Okay, let me actually go. I'll read you guys what I say to people who are watching my stories. And I save everything in like a little notes section, or or a Google document is my favorite invention ever. Okay, so if someone is watching my stories, I literally just say to them, hey sis, saw you were watching my stories. I'm not sure if you've seen that I am gearing up for my next boot camp. Want to snag a spot? Would you like some info? That's it. That's all I send. Okay, guys? Not hard. I would respond to that. I'm not going to respond to somebody who is sending me a book or not sending me anything, right? So I'm going to set my timer. We're going to do this. We'll just do this for 10 minutes as well. I'm just going to do the 10 minutes, but you see that it's really 25. So you need to make up for it throughout the rest of the day. So go and respond to all new likes, comments, or views. 10 minutes. Go. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. Sure. Sorry, I see you guys talking about the invite. So this is just like if I see somebody, this is what I send whenever they're watching my stories. Hold on, let me go pull it up so I can just read it for you guys. I say, hey, and then I do like to use their name. So, hey, Sally, I saw that you were watching my stories. Not sure if you've seen that I'm gearing up for my next boot camp. Want to snag a spot? Would you like some info? That's all that I send. That's basically my invites too, which I'll get in the next step. That's it. And another thing, social media, again, I said it earlier, I'm going to keep saying it. You have to be social for Instagram and Facebook to be putting us into the news feeds of other people. So when people are commenting on your stuff, you need to make sure that you're going back and replying to them, even like on Instagram, even if it's like a little emoji, something, just a response, which also means you need to be commenting on other people's things too, which, it goes to the initiate connections piece. So when I'm initiating connections, I'm really just talking to my kind of people. I want to be in their news feeds. That's just how social media works. So keep that in mind. If you're not commenting on people's stuff, why would they comment on yours, right? It's just how it all, like, it's that big circle that just keeps going around and around. Diana, I'll get to the follow-ups whenever we get down to the follow-up part, okay?
All right, I'm going to give you guys one more minute, and then we're going to move on to inviting, which is my favorite part of business. All right. So next is invites. Okay, so if you are not inviting to the business, to your challenge groups, you do not have a business. Like, people will not join you. I always use this as the example of you're having a birthday party for your kids, right? You have the cake, you have the presents, you have the venue, you have the decorations, like everything is perfect. Music, it is going to be the best party you ever had ever. But then nobody shows up, right? And why didn't they show up? You didn't invite them, right? So this is the same with inviting to your business. You have the tools, you know this works, you know that what you have to offer is the most amazing thing ever because our programs work. The coaching opportunity is right there. We have every single tool to build a business that anyone could ever use. So you have to invite to it. And something that I told myself a very long time ago, number one, I will never, ever hold someone else's destiny in my mouth. I know that this is life-changing because I have made it life-changing for myself, and I have seen firsthand it change hundreds, thousands, millions of people's lives, okay? So in my own team, it's just, I can just go on. You guys know, it's awesome. But secondly, you have to have so much confidence when you are inviting that people know that you mean what you say, okay? So if you're sending an invite and you're literally sitting over here like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm just gonna type something real quick. But you start out with like, I hope I'm not bothering you. Or you start out with something like, I'm sorry if, or I don't know if you'd be interested, but
they're going to scroll right by and they're not going to respond. I promise, because I've done it. Okay. When I first started as a coach, guys, like, I was the worst ever. I wrote books to people, had people block me, no one responded. Like, when I say I wrote books, I literally mean in the first message that I would send to people, I would talk about, hey, I'm having this challenge group and it's going to be on this date, and here's what I can provide you. And I would literally like copy and paste the back office explanation of like what a challenge group was and like the program descriptions. I did that. And then I would go into saying, and then you could get 25% off, or you could work the business and make 25%. Would you be interested? No one responded. Like, my first 3 months, that's what I was sending to people. And I mean, I would send hundreds of invites when all of a sudden I stopped and I was like, okay, I am not getting to where I want to be. Why is no one joining me? And I finally read what I was sending to people and I was like, aha, gut check. That's why. I had no confidence. I was starting with, I hope I'm not bothering you. I was writing them a book and I never once asked them what their goals were. I never once asked them what they wanted or if I could help them in some way. So the second that number one, I really did do that whole fake it till you make it with the confidence thing. And I know that that's not like the most ideal tip, but I did it. I would do my personal development right before I would send my invites. So I would be in that confident mindset. So it wouldn't be like all of the negative community and anxiety trying to rear its ugly head, because I was so filled with personal development for a good hour after I listened to Brendon Burchard or Shalene Johnson or Eric Worre, like all of those people who have helped me build my business, other amazing coaches that I literally, Melanie Mitro, Lindsay Matway, these people who helped me build my business. That's when I was fired up, and that's when I would learn, okay, ready, set, go. We're not waiting. So my invites, exactly what I just sent about watching my stories, that's what I send to everyone, because most of the time I do get most people who are watching my stories. If someone is commenting or liking on my social media posts, I private message them. I don't ever say, hey, you should join my challenge group, like publicly. Don't do that, okay? I've learned. Just do everything behind the scenes with that. Or when you comment back, be like, hey, I sent you a DM, or I'm going to send you a message or something like that. But ultimately, you want to keep it so short, sweet, and to the point. And it says on here, invite at least 5 people to join the challenge group or to learn the coaching opportunity. And that is great. I do believe that if you're doing that with confidence, inviting 5 people a day, that will for sure get you to Success Club 5. Like, as long as you, again, are doing the work, okay? But for me, I knew when I came into this that I wanted to be a 6-figure earning coach. I wanted to be top coach. I wanted to be elite coach. Like, that was just contagious to me and made me want to work to be that. So I doubled that or tripled it or quadrupled, whatever it was. And I will tell you guys, there is no one direction to success, because I bow down to the coaches who send 50 to 100 invites every day. That is amazing. Okay. I am like, my sweet spot is like 20 a day. Okay. That's typically what I do, because that's the season of life that I'm in. And that's where I feel comfortable and confident. Okay. So my tip is to pick a number that will work for you. I don't want you to be someone who's like, I'm going to send 10 invites today and then go 3 days and not send any invites and then send 50 invites. That's so inconsistent that it's hard to track that and it's hard to keep up. So that's me talking. That's my tip for you. I do 20 minimum a day. Okay. And here's what I say. Give you guys this. I know right now I am talking about my boot camps, my MM100. I am filling that group up for August, because it's great for busy moms like me. It's great for the teachers who are going back to school. It's great for anyone who wants to work out less than 30 minutes a day. And it's probably the most amazing program ever. Okay. So I will say, hey, Mindy, thanks so much for the love on my post. I don't know if you've seen that I am gearing up for my next boot camp. Want a snag spot? Want some info? That's what I say. So you see how I just changed like the first line? I just go by, okay, did they answer a poll? If they answered a poll, hey, Melanie, I saw that you voted on my poll in my stories. Did you notice, or did you see that I'm gearing up for my next boot camp? That's just what I say, okay? Same with liking on a picture, same with commenting on a post. Okay. Okay? Not hard, right? Not hard. You guys got this. So I want you to go and send 5 right now, and you should be able to send 5 literally in like 3 minutes. Okay, so I'll give you your 1-minute warning afterwards. Another thing, I go into my invites with a list. I have a list of names because I keep a running list from the posts that people are liking and commenting on. So I'm not going during my power hour time and just scrolling through my feed and being like, oh, who liked this post? Who commented on this post? No, I don't, because if I do that, then I get distracted and then that wastes time. I am so on top of time management because I only have a certain number of hours to work in a day, and I have a family and we are busy all the time. So I need a list to work from. So I know, okay, I stopped at Stacy. Now I need to go down through and do Tara, Steph, Melanie, Jen. You know, they're the next ones on the list. Makes it so much easier. Okay, and then you just add to the list as people like or comment or whatever. So ready, set, go. Mackenzie, yes, you need a list. It has to like work from a list all the time. It makes life so much better. And guys, Google Docs is my best friend. Okay, Google Drive, use the forms, use the documents, save everything. So my invites, I don't even have to like rewrite, hey, I saw you were watching my poll, or I saw you voted on my poll. I'll go to Google Documents. I already have it typed out. I copy that. Now make sure that you don't have it saved with people's like one name. I don't have that. So whenever I go to my poll review, for instance, then I can say, okay, I can click, okay, so I see 5 people voted on my poll. So I can say, hey, Mackenzie, paste. I saw you voted on my poll. Don't know if you noticed, I am starting my next boot camp. Would you like some info? Would you like a stag spot? It's already there. So I'm just going to focus on people who voted on my poll. And then I'm going to go to my Google Docs. I'm going to copy the one that said, hey, I saw you liked my last post, or thanks for the love on my post. Copy that. And then my list of people who like on my social media posts, so I'm going to send it to. Okay. And I know that I have, 15-ish minutes for that. Simple system. Okay. It just takes a little bit of time to not be in that moment where you are go, go, go. Oh my gosh, I got to do my minutes. How many of you guys feel this way? Pause for a second. I'm pausing. You can keep working, but this is what I'm thinking. You wake up in the morning. Oh my gosh, I have to grow my business. Oh my gosh, I have to go to work. Oh my gosh, I have to get my kids to school. Oh my gosh, like when am I going to fit this all in? Okay, I need to invite. So I'm going to go and I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm going to just like try to invite people real quick. And then like the kids need some cereal. So you put your phone down and then you go and you get your kids a cereal. And then you're like, oh my gosh, now I have to go and, do my Facebook post. What am I going to post about today? Oh my goodness. Is it like that? Maybe you feel like that? Was I the only one? Because I see no one commenting. Maybe that is just how I was in the beginning of my business, to where I thought that was like what coaches did. I thought that that's how business had to be. When I finally took a step back and I'm like, I cannot live my life in this constant state of my head spinning. I don't understand. I feel like all that I'm thinking about is my business, or stressing about is my business, or when am I going to fit this in? When I finally said, no, it's time management. I have to know what I'm doing. I have to create a system. I have to know that between 12 and 1 It's invite and follow-up time between this time, you know? And I had to get a and I don't copy and paste personalized messages. It's just those simple, quick invite things to make it simpler. Okay? And then it's like, I'm not saying I don't ever still feel like that, but I am saying that it makes it to where I know I have X amount of minutes to get this accomplished. So I need to maximize my time and be super smart within that amount of time. And a lot of time is spent in the car rider lines, picking my kids up. I work from the car and I know what I'm doing during the mom in the car rider line. I know what I'm doing on Wednesday nights when my kids don't really care if I'm watching them at their sports practice. You know, one night a week of their sports practice, they're like, Mom, you can stay in the car. Like, I don't care. So I know that on that night, I'm going to be doing this set of tasks from the car. Either bring my laptop and connect to my hotspot, or I can work from my phone. Okay, it's just little times, but my weeks are planned out on Sundays the best that I can, so I can look at my calendar and know when my business hours are, when my time with my family is, when Aaron's time, when personal shutdown, not connected to social media or anything internet time is. I can look at it and I can tell you when that time is. But it took me a while to figure that out, okay? But when you get to that point, same with your invites. It's just, it flows and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, okay? Good, I'm not alone. I see you guys, you are my people. Okay, so hope that you got those invites in. Next is follow-ups, which is, again, I'll read to you the follow-ups. I'm seeing a comment. What do I send for coaching? Oh, thank you for asking. I pretty much send the same thing. It's just that short, sweet, to the point type of thing. Here's one, for instance. Hey, name. Just wanted to see if you saw my message above. Oh, this is a coaching follow-up. So here's what I said. I'll let you guys know what I sent initially, but here's what I said for my follow-up. See if you saw my message above. I really think you would be amazing, and I would love to chat more with you about what it is that I do, because I think you would make a great coach. There's no pressure, but I know that I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to work with someone who might be the next Val. That's it. Like something along those lines, okay? Because I don't want to miss out on the girls who are like me, who maybe I have to follow up with 30 times before they sign up, okay? But I will send my coaching invites. Let me go back over here. Hold up. Okay, so I sent something along these lines. Hey, name, I saw that you checked out my story about coaching, my coaching business, and the rewards that it has brought to me and my family. So I was just wondering if you would be interested in hearing some more about it. I have a little document that I would love to send to you. Let me know either way. That's it. I have like a 3-sentence rule that I don't like to send anyone more than 3 sentences. Because if I see a long message in my inbox, I immediately scroll past it until like I have time, and then chances are it's a few days. So, all right, there you go. Those are a few examples for you guys, okay? Don't make it complicated. And then the follow-ups, same thing. And here are a few follow-ups that I do. I'm going to try to rush through because I see that we have just a few more minutes left. And let's see. My follow-ups. It all really depends on how many times, like if I'm going back, my first immediate follow-up is like, hey girl, just wanted to see if you saw my last message. Are you interested? That's it, okay? And then sometimes I'll say something like, hey girl, I see that you saw my last message, because let's be real, we can all see where it says seen. But I'll be like, didn't know if you were like me, checking it at the stoplight or something, or waiting in the car rider line for your kids, and just totally mentally responded, because I'm guilty of that all the time. Were you interested? I just play it how I would respond. I'd be like, oh yeah, crap, I forgot about that. Another time I would ask for feedback. So you can ask for feedback. Hey, name, I saw you read my message and haven't responded. I'm sorry if I made you feel like you couldn't talk to me about your goals. What is it? Oh, wait, sorry, I got confused. I know that you're so excited for it, and I was excited to work with you on this program. I would love to get you started, but totally understand that it's not for everyone. Could you let me know if you are still interested, or would you like me to take you off of my follow-up list? Usually when I ask them, or when I tell them that I'm going to take them off my follow-up list, or ask them if they want me to, they're like, no, oh my gosh, I've just been so busy, or X, Y, and Z. Okay, don't be afraid to like be real with people. Okay, relate to their why. You know, I always ask their goals. No matter what, in any kind of a message, I always say, what are your goals? What would you like to work towards? That way I have that. I know what they're wanting to work towards. And then I can go back and relate to that. And I'll be like, hey, Jen, I know that you are really wanting to lose those last 10 pounds because, you know, you have those really cute jeans that you want to fit into that are in the back of your closet. I have this great group coming up that's starting on the 26th that I just think you'd be perfect for. Would you like some more information about it? Like, those little things. Another thing that I'll do, I'll be like, I'll blame it on Facebook. Hey, Facebook never notifies me of messages. I just don't know if maybe it didn't notify you either. So I'm just going to keep resending this to you because I know you are interested. Okay? Little things like that. Make sense? Is this helpful? Are you guys getting something from this? Perfect. 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 Yes, Kelly. I will put them in the comments after I get off of the call for you guys. All right. And then, so follow-ups, you guys can do that whenever you get off of the call. Like I just said, go back and follow up. Do your 15 minutes of follow-ups. It is so vital to do follow-ups because usually fortune is in the follow-ups and people take, or it takes like 8 to 12 times to follow up with someone typically before they commit. My success comes from my follow-ups. Next, contribute to your challenge group. That should be a no-brainer. I am in my challenge groups at least twice a day. I am always a challenger first. Okay, I am posting in there with my workouts, with my sweaty selfies, with my water challenges, all the things, okay? Recognizing achievement. Shout out your coaches. Shout out your challengers. Celebrate your own successes. Talk about it, guys. People want to celebrate with you. And then personal development should be number one. Because if you're not doing personal development, how are you going to grow? How are you going to stay in the right mindset? How are you going to create the right mindset? How are you going to know how to build a business if you're not learning from people who have already done it, who have been in the trenches, all of those things that you need to do, okay? And then another one that I always like to add on there is check my back office, Coach Breaking News. Get in the habit. Get to know your back office. It's where your business is. It comes from. You need to know what you can do back there. It's like the coolest thing ever, right? So check the Coach Breaking News, see what's coming out, see what's launching, see what the promo codes. If you're not using those promo codes, oh my gosh, that's another follow-up. Can't believe I didn't forget to say that. Like, I follow up, hey, I have 3 promo codes, and I know, Mackenzie, that you were so excited to get started with me, but you did mention that cost was a factor. You know, I already have this $20 off of this challenge pack this month of MM100, the program that we talked about. But I also wanted to gift you this $10 promo code, $10 off promo code. Are you excited? Would you like to do that with me? Always end with a question. Okay? So, hope that was helpful. Any other questions before I hop off of here? All right. So I kept this at exactly 1 hour. I'm super proud of myself because those of you on my team know that I do get pumped up, and a lot of times I get long-winded, and I just love this so much. Diana, what info do you send after someone is saying, yes, more info on my boot camp, please? Oh, good question. I always get their email. So I do everything through email because, number one, I once a long time ago had my Facebook shut down for like 3 days. It was just one of those random freak things. And that was still the time that I was relying solely on like scrolling through my messages to follow up and to invite people. So that from that day on, I was like, nope, I need to have email addresses. So I just immediately say, awesome, what's your email address? Once they send it to me, I just send them a quick email, again, very short, that gives them the info on right now is MM100. Or a lot of times it's just like a quick Beachbody on demand, what they're going to get in my challenge group, and how they can, how I have them send me their, if they're interested, and then I build their share cart. Okay, that's it. It's so simple, but that's my system. Email, address, send them a quick email, and then follow up until they commit. Okay? Awesome, guys. Thank you. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Set your goals high, move the bar higher. You know, anything is possible with this business, and it's a crazy cool what you can do no matter how big or small your dreams are. Okay? Have a great day.